Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg, and welcome back for some more Dominions 6. Last time we did EA Antikythera, a clockwork nation with a lot of interesting mechanics, a lot of stuff going on, some janky stuff, some good stuff. Not as overpowered as I thought it was going to be. And yeah, we did a 1v1 against EA earlier, and we won, and it was all good. Let's roll up another one. 44, I'm pretty sure we have done. Yep, MA Katis. 257. LA Phobos, Doom Cult. Yes, the nation based on Doom. We did that. 12. EA Kailasa, Rise of the Ape Kings. I don't know if we've actually done it. But it's one of those that's kind of... like, we'd really just use Sacreds. Yeah, they got the Yavanas and Guhaka's off-cap Sacreds with built-on awe. We could, but I'm not really feeling it. I don't think we've done it, but I don't know. 29. Tiernanog. EA Tiernanog. God, have we done that? Probably not, have we? With Tua Warriors? We very well could have, couldn't we have? I would guess we've done it. It's hard to say, man. Where there's these modded ones, usually we know. 251. LA Glitter Gem. Triumvirate of Gnome. We did that one. That was the super long one we did. Or it took a lot of turns. 294. EA Nihuala, the first people. Yes. I'm pretty sure we've done that. Great, I get to contradict what I just said. No, I don't know. Is this the one with the horses? It has a lot of cavalry and it gets promoted. Is that EA Nuala? No, that's the one with the first sons. Yeah, we did that. Okay. It wasn't even that long ago. 188 is MA Salem. Done. 318. LA Kartvelia, Children of Prometheus. Okay, I think that is a standalone mod. Which means we can often skirt by with using Divinitus on that. What was it? EA Kartvelia. There, Children of Prometheus. Yeah, that should be good. For a map. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of ways we could go. We'll do a map based on Mara. Mangg's LPs 222. EA. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Most of them are going to be random land. I have to click into this to make it a random water nation. 3 random water nations? It's 86C. Yeah, I think 3 the random water. Okay. And then we are playing as a nation that didn't get loaded into EA. So either I misunderstood that it was EA or... Oh, no, it was LA. Hold on. Okay. Yes. All set up. Kartvelia, Children of Prometheus. Kartvelia is a mountainous region at the crossroads of great empires. Once a region of minor importance, the Kartvelians formed a kingdom of their own following the weakening of their neighbors, the barbarian invasion of the Tianqi Empire, the dissolution of the great Pythian theurgy into mystery cults, the disappearance of the Van from the lands now known as Bogarus, and the civil war in Kalem. Kartvelian oral history tells that they are descended from the golden era of Archiskephali in ancient times, where a previous Pantocrator bound Prometheus to a rock for teaching mankind fire, and thus they rank among the first men. Then came migration from Sarmatians, following their defeat and assimilation by Pythium, bringing their strong warrior traditions and soothsayers. Kartvelians occupy both the rocky foothills and fertile valleys of the region. The mountains are also home to many creatures and demi-demonic beings, the most common of which are the Devi. Resembling ogres with multiple heads, some Devi clans swore fealty to Kartvelian kings and now serve them as heavy infantry. With the coming of the awakening god, the people of the mountains and their Devi allies march out to spread their faith. So we have mountain-dwelling humans with multi-headed dev allies. Prefer cold +1. Cheap light infantry in the highlands, sacred stealthy infantry in mountain forts, heavy dev infantry, no cavalry. Moderate access to fire, air, earth, astral death, and nature magic. Some mages can auto-communion. We have magical summon creatures, average priests, cold limit +1, standard forts, temples cost 300, mountains and highlands. Alright, seems like a pretty vanilla-esque nation, I suppose. Kartvelian Clan Scout. Snow move, stealth 40, mountain survival. Kartvelian Noble General, 1 holy, 100 leadership. Solid. Messeltane, 1 death, and then fire, air, earth, astral. With communion slave auto. Kartvelian Priest, 1 astral, 2 holy, and then air, astral. I mean, it's a priest, I suppose, but it's also big air communion possible. Hedag. Fire, air, earth twice, and then air, astral death. I'm sorry. Okay, so there is possible that they end up with like fire 1, air 1, death 1, and that's not amazing. But they could get 2 fire, 2 air, or 2 earth. And then they're also either astral or death. They can shape change to a form with automatic communion master, but a research malice. Communion master with that. I mean, it's one of those big jumbles. It's one of those big jumbles that I just don't like. I mean, if any of them get death, but it's only death 1, yeah, but it's communion. I guess if they get the death, so 50% of these guys will have death 1 and can be auto communion master with the auto communion slaves. But then they'll also have a bunch of other shit, and there's no real telling. I don't know. I think it's risky, but maybe. Kev Sewer Priest Chieftain. 75 leadership, 1 holy, skirmisher, a lot of text. Okay, a lot of text. This person really likes Dominion's lore, I think. Dezuar Kadag, cap only. 4 recruitment points, 270 gold. 1 astral, 1 death. Astral death. Fire, air, earth twice. Pretty similar to the other thing, it's just you're guaranteed death. At least 1. They can enter communion using astral, but no auto communion. And auto communion is kind of nice, you know, that's not to be underestimated. So yeah, it's looking like that's probably going to be our strat. We're going to make a lot of Kdags. Yeah, these have inept researcher 5, so probably off cap in our second fort, we'll just crank out Messeltanes for our slaves. Dev Chieftain, 50 leadership, big boy, cold resist, recuperation, unsurroundable, yada yada. Dev Shaman, 1 death, 1 nature, earth, nature, death. It's not a bad mage. Non-fort Highland Mountain Caves. Okay, if we get a Highland Mountain or cave, we should just plop a lab down and start making these. Units. We have the Kartvelian Clan Bowman. You know, it's late age, so it's not great. But they do have composite bow range 40, 13 piercing. Clan Warrior. 10 protection, 11 defense with a parry 4 shield. 19 damage axes, but only 10 attack. They're okay. Clan Warrior with spear instead. 12 defense, parry 4 shield. 14 damage spear, 10 attack. They're okay. Veterans. Get bumped up to 12 protection on the body. 13 defense with a parry 4 shield. 17 damage broadsword, 12 attack. Cheap, relatively cheap, relatively acceptable. Kartvelian Retainer. 15 protection, 13 defense with a kite shield. 10 MR, 12 morale, 14 damage spear, 11 attack. We're getting there. Definitely getting there. Dev Soldier. Okay, these are the big boys. 26 hit points, 5 size, 15 protection, 12 defense with a parry 4 shield, 9 MR only, 12 morale. Great spear, length 3, 25 piercing damage, 11 attack. So that's a two-handed spear with shield, because they have multiple arms. Yeah, I don't think having a second hand, like in this, that's not how two-handed weapons work. But I mean, I guess. But it's really just like, okay, they're big and strong. That's why they can use a big weapon. I don't know. This one, has only... Oh, I have 15 protect. Yeah, because they have 7 natural protection, right? So 15 protection on the body, 22 on the head, even though it's a double half helmet. Okay, so it's 18 twice, right? Okay. So 15 protection, 10 defense with the parry 4 shield, but they get a 25 damage flail, 2 attacks, plus 2 attack versus shield. Yeah, I would lean towards this. You're often, on the front line, you're often going to be hitting shields. So 14 attack, length 2 is pretty nice. 25 damage and 2 attacks. They're going to kind of shred a lot of things in front of them. Defensively, though, they're going to die quite a bit. But recuperation's nice. And unsurroundable one's nice. Dev Dervish ditches the shield, down to 9 defense. Still 15 protection, 26 hit points. 9 MR, but they have a 31 damage battle axe and a 26 damage falchion. Jeez, that is some killing power here. And then Dev Kingsguard, cap only, non-sacred, limited to 8 per turn though. 28 hit points, 18 protection on the body, 13 defense with a parry 3 shield. 9 MR still, 14 morale. They have cold resist 5, recuperation, dark vision 50, unsurroundable 1. They have a 32 damage halberd, 11 attack, and a 19 damage shield bash with a charge bonus. Which wouldn't be much, but I guess it would be an extra 8 damage. Yeah, they're probably your best option, but they're also limited to 8 and somewhat expensive. But you're not, even if this wasn't limited to 8, I don't know if you'd really get many more than 8. Yeah, you might, but it depends on our sacred. Kavsur Warrior, cap only, as well as Highland and Mountain forts, so these can be made off cap. 12 hit points, 12 protection, 14 defense with a parry, 3 shield. 11 MR, 13 morale. You got snow move, stealth 50, skirmisher, ambidextrous 1. 19 damage saber with 12 attack, and a 13 damage shield bash with charge bonus, 11 attack. They are decent. They certainly need some more protection. If you're gonna... Well, it's hard to say. Because I think we want a front line and then we want a flanker here. We got no cav. The Kingsguard are probably what we want on the front line. They're pretty juicy. And then, so we could make these guys a bit more into flankers. Alternatively, you could use dervishes as your flankers, because they're nasty customers, and try to just make the warriors into your front line and beef them up to considerable amounts. Taking more defensive stuff, like Stygian Flesh, Undying, Enchanted Blood, defense bumps. It's kind of tempting, but kind of tempting. I don't know. If we were going to try to make these guys into our flankers, well, they already have Skirmisher, which is pretty nice. They're sacred, so we can do a lot of different things. We could put... Honestly, probably one of the best things we could get if we almost never go for it, but we could go for quickness. It would make them quite fast. Summons and shapeshifts. We get Rashi Sacred Awe 1 Flyers, 25 hit points. With a 19 damage dive attack and a 15 damage hoof attack. Okay. Paksunji Sacred, Dominion Immortality, Fire Shield, Flyers, Recuperation. Okay. Devas. Fear Aura, Flyers, 16 hit points, 12 protection. 16 protection on the body. 14 defense with a buckler. 17 damage magic lance, length 3. 15 attack, charge bonus. 8 eggs. Right, okay. Okay. Alright, spells. Burn Baskunji Feather. Summons a Baskunji. Phoenix-like magical griffins. Okay, so that's this thing. The Sacred Dominion Immortality. Fire Shield Flyers. They have 38 hit points, but they only have 7 protection. So it's hard to say. Depends on our bless, of course, but... Unless you're going to take Hard Skin or Fortitude or something, Blood Bond Regen. Yeah. Quickness still could be viable, though. We get 1 of those for 4 fire gems. It's not super efficient, but assuming they never die and you keep them in your own dominion, you always have them. Rashi's, that's the winged horse. You get 2 plus 1 for 4 air gems. Okay, so we could take Big Air on our pretender and have him summon a fuck ton of these. That's an avenue. Let's say we take 7 air. You get 8 of those sacreds for 4 gems. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. They just need some better protection. Or air shield, maybe. They already have Awe 1, which is pretty significant. So we could just throw Fear or Dread or something on there. and air shield. We're already talking about take big air. So we could go that route instead of going and trying to make these work with quickness or something. That's kind of tempting. A light by Paskunji. This is a fire astral cloud trapeze. 3 fire gems. An Ali commander for 20 water gems. Kaji commander for 20 fire gems. Let me just look at these real quick. So Ali has 2 water, 1 death, 1 nature. Population killer, 20 cause and rest, 5 seduction. I guess if we want to do some seducing. Kaji has 2 fire, 2 earth. Fire, earth, death. Resource bonus 20, forge bonus 1. That's pretty nice. But 20 fire gems is pretty pricey. You gotta have 2 fire, 2 death to get them. Devas. You get 6 of those nice Devas for 10 death gems. Okay. Kudiani for 25, blah, blah, blah. Alteration. We have a big pile of nothing. Evocation. An even bigger pile of nothing. Construction. Not a thing. Enchantments. Nothing. Thaumaturgy. Nothing. Blood magic, of course. Nothing. Okay, so not a whole lot outside of the few extra summons. But I think the Rashis could be a very viable path. We're playing with Divinitus, meaning that if we could grab a pretender that generates free air gems or has a big investment in air, that could be quite viable. Something that maybe like so there's the Titan of Heaven. He auto-casts Wrathful Skies. He gains 3 air gems for free in combat. Blessing always gains shock resist. While you control Perpetual Storm, Dark Skies, or Galegate, you get 3d6 air gems for each of those controlled. But that's kind of later on. I don't know if there's something better we could get quicker. Doesn't look like... Yeah. Doesn't look like much in the way of big air. Yeah, okay. It's not looking super viable to just mass generate big air gems. Yeah, that's the only one. Titan of Heaven. Perpetual Storm, Dark Skies, or Gale Gates. If we just want to look at those, it's easier if I just go to the Inspector. Dark Skies is Thaumaturgy 7. Perpetual Storm, Evocation 6. Gale Gate is Thaumaturgy 8. So the fastest one we could get is Evocation... Evocation 6 for Perpetual Storm. The problem with that is that the Rashis don't have Storm immunity. So I'd have to take that Stormflight. Which would be 4 Bless points. Just for that. But Perpetual Storm means that all battles are affected by Storm. Except for underwater and cave provinces. And Storm means that precision is reduced by half, 50% of missiles is lost, clouds dissipate twice as fast, fire magic costs 50% more fatigue. Oh, that's a rainstorm. Okay. It is pretty good for us considering that we're not going to be using ranged weapons. And that could alleviate us from taking air shield. Okay, I guess that could be viable. Let's say dormant. Let's say for scales, we're gonna go with Kingsguard then. So we're limited to 8 per turn. I think maybe productivity 1, order 1 is reasonable enough. We just kind of want to make this guy pretty beefy. So say air 7. He's gonna auto cast Wrathful Sky, so that's pretty good. Probably nature or death. Probably nature. It's not much of a bless. It's never gonna be. But we can grab Stormflights. Well, that's a good question, I suppose. What else do they want? We could get larger, but it's not going to be too much. 30% of 25 is like... Oh, I don't know. 6-ish? 6? Let's say 6. No, that can't be right. 7? No, it's 7 or 8. It's a factor, but it's not that big of a deal. I think Barkskin might probably be the best bet. But that's nature 6 that I'd have to get up to. And we said fear. Fear would be impossible to get. That's death 9. It could go this, try to get dread, but we'd have to get glamour 8. Like, we're all in on air, unfortunately, so any of that other good shit is pretty much off the table. Even getting nature 6 is going to be very tricky. Yeah. We'd have to go with that to get nature 6 for Barkskin. And then we'd have just a little bit of points left. Probably for just strength of the earth. Are we happy with this strat? I don't know. We're putting a lot of investment into the fact that he's a Titan, but, I mean, he'll be pretty potent, right? He'll be pretty potent. Auto Wrathful Skies is definitely pretty damn nice. And we do get that free 10 shock resist. The only problem with that really is that we don't have access to a lot of air. Some air, we can sort of script it. And I guess we can do a communion with air to also cast Wrathful Skies. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I guess it's worth doing. It's worth trying. We like to do funny little things around here. Quite the, quite the setup. Whew. Okay. This is familiar. This is where I started when I played with Lego. On this map, we have a throne here and a throne here. That's promising enough. There is an entrance to the underground here, so both undergrounds, the pre-made one and the random one. I don't know if it's an oversight that there are two, but yeah, we probably should head underground because chances are we're gonna bump into somebody like here, I imagine. And we're gonna start making some Kingsguard as well as Kadags. For research, well, we want to get... Yeah, we want to start getting Perpetual Storm up as soon as possible. 70 air gems. Not going to be super cheap. Alternatively, we get our guy situated with the usual. So that he can help us get our throne connections, and then he'll go around and search or something. We get air gems, we get blah blah blah. But you know, yeah, I guess we'll do it that way. He's really valuable as just an expander with that auto wrathful skies. Yeah, good. Kingsguard, baby. I probably should have checked the official underground first. I think there's more likely to be thrones there. How is that not connected? You're out of your goddamn mind. Alright, that's a limit on Kingsguard. That's it. But I still think, like, these soldiers are pretty solid. And we probably could just go with some of those to stretch out our, you know, use up everything. God, so many battles. Earlier, right there. Hard to say where his cap is, but I assume somewhere here. This throne could be an option as long as we get this. Like any nation where you have like, here are your human soldiers. Look at how human they are on average. Oh, and then here are your giant soldiers. They're better in every way. Oh, okay. Thanks. I mean, they're not... Yeah, it's okay. Attack density, usually they are worse, but still. You're not going to have giants and not make them because like, oh, no, oh, but these humans, you can fit 3 in a square instead of 2. Kingsguard are slaughtering. Oh, great, we have a Springhawk throne. Awesome. Okay, then we definitely want to go for that. Also, we got Lemuria here. I think I'm thrilled about that. Told you Lemuria would be right there. And he'll be busy with Ulm. Frickin' slaughter, man. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty easy one. So... I think even our Pretender without Wrathful Skies can take that. So we probably want to prioritize that a little bit. We could make this our first fort. It's not a bad option. Make a guy here and he'll wait. The dormant Pretender gods are awakening. You know that? Vicious. Oh, man. Boom. Good, good. Let's get construction 3 after that, and then start working on the evocation. And our god has arrived. Good, good, good. He'll probably just research for a moment. Yeah, we really have not been getting much 2s. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be Communion City. We did get 1 double air. I'm gonna have you go site search. Good, he accepted. So we'll weight off my shoulder. We lost a Kingsguard. No. We got a free fort in Spires of Ascension. Don't mind if I do. was hoping to get more twos so I could just remote search, but really getting boned on that front. Kingsguard. And some dev soldiers. Good. Well, without that, then, we're mostly interested in evocation. Although, getting to 3... Oh, this requires holy. He can't do it. It has to be air 1, holy 1. Which means... Yeah, a priest. So, how are you ever going to get plus out of that, then? Why did you make it scale with something we can't have? That's fucked. Okay, it's never gonna be... Had I thought about that ahead of time, we maybe wouldn't have gone with this strat. It's still okay. We'll just, you know, it's not as good. But once we get Perpetual Storm, we will be kind of rolling in it. In air gems. Just butcher. Scorpion Cracks. Tartarian Monstra. Fuck. There wasn't even, like, a warning about that. It just happened. Or there wasn't even a message. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll get them. Probably. Hope the Kingsguard pull through. They hit pretty damn hard. Yeah, as I said, they hit pretty damn hard. Okay. We definitely want to get to the Lost World. Okay, construction. We want... Oh, I don't know. Black steel plates? Probably black steel plates. Chitherionic Lion Pelt's not bad. But he can buff himself with personal iron skin, so we usually avoid shooting for 18 invulnerability. So I think we're leaning towards black steel regular plates. Yeah, okay. We're gonna make black steel plate. For a helmet, generally Crown of Lead is the option of choice. Yep. Like that little extra MR. Similarly, there's the lead shield, which is +4, but 3 encumbrance is not nothing. Weightless kite shield would probably be the best, but we have no air gems. It's a little tricky. Okay. Fine, we'll go for that. He's gonna cast spells, so he doesn't really need a weapon. Nothing would help him. For boots, probably not Boots of the Behemoth. Probably just want Ranger boots, so he'll make that. And then, oh, I don't know. Well, he needs an amulet of breathing or a ring of things. So he's gonna have to make himself that. And we need more air gems. Yeah, it's not bad. He could give himself the main gauche of parrying. Bump up his defense quite a bit. You know, it helps. It helps. You could block some initial shots. Not the worst idea. Do you have to make that? No, anyone can make that. 5 earth gems. You are going to make... Oh, he probably wants stone birds as well. Or MR, but probably stone birds. That means I'm going to need 15 air gems out of this. Alternatively, poison resist, because they tend to hit with a lot of poison. Okay, we'll go poison resist. If I can afford this shit. Well, I can't afford that, so snake ring. Oh yeah, we were gonna look for a mountain highland thing. We did get this, so we can make maguses. Oh, that must be from, yeah, the sites. Magus Temple. Look at that. Fire 1, Earth 1, Astral 1 for 120 gold, 2 recruitment points. This is like the best maid you could ever get. That is ridiculously good. But yeah, here, if we just plop down a lab, we could get this, but money is a problem for us right now. Wait, we need... Yeah, I don't think it's happening yet. Alright. Boy, they're really gonna be fighting over each other over here. Who doggy? I don't know how we're gonna end up getting 70 air gems to cast Perpetual Storm. That seems very unlikely at this point. Shit. Well, there is an air gem generator, right? What the fuck? What the fuck? I guess you're up, man. You're gonna head in there and do your first rodeo. Personal regen. Temper flesh. This form might work because he has an absurd, I mean, it won't really work in this fight, I guess, but in the future. Personal iron skin. Personal mist form. Blind shield. Cast spells. If we lose him on the first battle, I'll be pretty pissed. So, Flegra already took that. Okay, well, we gotta go for this then. Oh no, go for this. We're gonna be nice to Flegra for now. And we'll be nice to Tianchi for now. We're a little land screwed. So we are gonna have to take this. Hopefully get all this. Get this. We can get all that. If. Okay. Seeing if they stole his strength or something, but doesn't seem like they landed a hit. Okay, that worked. We found a maze. That's fine. That's a really easy throne. We're gonna just take it. I'm tempted to... Yeah. Okay, that looks like it's still gonna sit for a minute, so I'm gonna have him just get over here, take this. I think we're good on that. Eventually, I'd like to get a lab here, but need a lot more money. Let's take our first throne, though. And she accepted. That's good. Yeah, I just swept over him. We lost 3 Kingsguard there, 2 soldiers, an archer. Good enough for me. In his cap circle. He's not going to care for that. We haven't found a single air site yet. Flegra accepted. Found 2 tar pits. That's not air. So, yeah, we got that throne. We got this throne, which I'm not looking forward to, but we have it. We have this throne, and then we potentially have this one. I don't think we want to dilly-dally too long getting into one of these spots, but I'm going to get these three. I'm going to have him go back at the Amulet of Breathing, and, yeah, I mean, Phlegra is right here, so I can't imagine he hasn't taken this, but he hasn't taken this yet, so we might want to grab that, except we are kind of, you know, cutting him off with the balls there, so to speak. We incentivize war with stuff like that. But yeah, Auto Wrathful Skies is quite potent, I would say. We'll take it. If he's not here, well, I mean, that's a rough road to get to a throne. Unless I take Tarim, but that's in his cap circle. He's definitely taking that. So, I imagine he's already underneath there. I'm not going to be surprised at all. But, I guess we'll see. Army is immense. It's Kingsguard. So juicy. Just instantly pop the druid and that's it. An arena battle, huh? I don't think I got skin in the game. Oh yeah, Lemuria is already here. We'd have to go to war with them if we want that throne. Our options are getting pretty limited. Abyssia. That's right, because Abyssia's cap's right there. Damn, we're getting choked out of a lot of them. No, worst comes to worst, we plow trapeze onto Elidor. The only real issue is I don't have a scout that can go look at it. Well, we can give a scout Ring of Water Breathing, I suppose, or Amulet of Breathing. But man, our gem situation is fucking late age. Alright, for now we're going to try to be friends with everyone, because we like having friends instead of enemies. "3d6 air gems is averages out to about 11 a turn. TNC has declared war on us. That's the opposite of a friend. Why would you do that? Shit. Well, at least TNC didn't win the arena. Okay, yeah, so there's no thrones down in this underground. But there is provinces. I mean, we could take it, but I think we need to prepare to fight TNC. Because, yeah, we're going to be fighting TNC. He's Got a connection on a total of 3 provinces, which isn't too bad. Except that one of those is my throne. So let's get a palisade built there. We're gonna go defend it. We do have okay astral gem income right now. So, let's see. 70 air gems would be 140 astral pearls. Or, 280 other gems. Yeah, we're pretty fucked on that front. I don't know why we based all this on a super expensive global enchantment. Murray accepted, Abyssia did not. Lemuria, okay, TNG is going to be eliminated. So we would like to be the one to take the capital. He does have a Banefire Dracolich, though, which is pretty obnoxious because I believe it has... Pretty sure it has 1 month immortality. So, there's that. Get out of here. Hell yeah, boy. What are you gonna cast? What, fucking Sacred Wind? I guess. If you got nothing else to do. And there's undead, sure. Okay. Head back. We are heading into war. And Dominion's Enhanced has it where if you don't have a high enough level in the path when you're searching, it'll tell you that there's a higher path there. But... Okay, we just lost 2 provinces. Fucking hell. And he's slow as shit, even though he's got 20 map move. Like, map move is just so expensive here. Oh, we can take Green Coast from him. But we'd be leaving Titan's Breath Peaks vulnerable. No, I'm actually okay with Lemuria taking most. I mean, I'd like to get the capital if possible, but I'd like Lemuria to do a lot of the work. So I'm going to just hold here. Reach. elusive lights. Oh. Oh, one air gem, finally. So elusive. And you cannot go through that. Nice. Banefire Dracolich solo. Can we take it with this army? I would not be surprised. Okay, well, so we could now go down Thaumaturgy to go all the way down to get Dark Skies and Galegate. Dark Skies is cheaper. We'd be giving up the alternative, which is to go Alteration 8 for, like, big earth and air spells. Army of, Marble Army, and, or we actually could do, like, Army of Gold even, and, Army of Mist. You know, we're giving up stuff. Just in the name of air gems that I'll probably never get. And I keep losing provinces to fucking Tartarians. I think this map is a little borked. Nearly got him. Oh well. Oh, we are friends with Abyssia. Okay. Yeah, we're friends with all the people that matter. Yeah, we gotta go get that. We want to take along these guys for some nice fire earth stuff. I don't really have much they could cast, but sure, we'll take along some. We cast Communion Slave. We'll just get 2 of them. You can cast Communion Master. You can cast... Oh, yeah, I don't have... That's right, I don't have Summon Earth Power yet. Okay, then you just can cast Earth Meld. I don't care. You'll do fine. Alright, we'll wait a moment. Battle in Black Forest. Well, I suppose if we're gonna be doing a little magic stuff, we may as well hold. Gotta order some food, and I might have to pause the video because, you know, Dominions moves pretty quick. There's not a lot of downtime when you're playing some Dominions. Very fast-paced game. Alright, let's go get this shit. Before someone else takes it from me. We are going to now work together to hit Tianqi's capital. Yeah, he does have the Dracolich, so he could take either of these. This won't stop him, but might incentivize him to hold off. We just have one massive block of this shit. Yeah, I know I have... Okay, so let's dump everything. $64. Alright, it's not that far off. He'll take that throne, come back, and cast Perpetual Storm. Which I think lowers global income by 20%. That hurts me more than it hurts the AI, I think. But not if we get this sweet, sweet capital. He attacked the Black Forest, probably with the Dracolich solo. But yeah, it's a pretty nasty customer. Fire Shield 14 and Bane Fire Shield 8. And it's got 1 month immortality, so even if we did kill it, it would just pop back up in the capital. And it's got an AoE 1 Banefire Strike for 29 armor piercing damage. Like, it's gonna absolutely decimate our army, so it's not gonna be good. I think it's one of the stronger pretenders in Divinitas. Oh, we lost a mage. Oh, Stone Heavens. Yeah, these Tartarian monstrums that just keep hitting me. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Now, he does also have Baguloth here. But we're really hoping Lemuria does something with their life. Critically damaged in his capital. It's good. Stop always trying to go through the fucking throne. It's not an option. Lemuria is besieging that place. Not much. There's a battle in the Great Blue. Throne number 2. Mistform did some good work there. No doubt about it. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. We lost. Oh, fuck, we lost. Holy shit. That is such a rare occurrence. What? Phlegra. Oh, he must have had just pick the litter down here. Yup. Yup, it's because of this. These thrones always connect to each other. And then he took this. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how balanced this map is, to be honest. Because getting down here, Phlegra had by far the best spot. His capital was within so 2 spaces of one, 2 spaces of another, and then 3 spaces of 2 more. So 3 spaces total is the farthest the farthest distance from any throne from him. 3 fucking spaces. I mean, obviously, I had fairly limited room to work. I'm shocked he didn't go to war with me. But he did get into the water somehow, relatively easily. And they must not have been that tough of thrones, I would say, for him to do that quickly. We dilly-dallied, I guess, but I was planning for a longer game than 36 turns. We just took our 2nd throne. This one would have been tricky, I would say. I wouldn't have taken this probably for a while. But then again, like after we take this army is pretty nasty. But that's if I could actually beat the Banefire Dracolich. I think we probably could, but I don't know. He's pretty nasty. Dang. And we had just breached the capital, too. We would have taken that. Wow, that's very rare. But we did get screwed by Phlegra being in just the perfect position and having just what he needed to do it. It happens. It's very, very rare. I think the total amount of times we've lost a game to the AI like that. 2? This might be the 2nd time or 3rd time. Maybe something like that. No more than 3. There have been plenty of games where we gave up. So obviously the AI would have won in that situation. But that's mostly just like, I didn't want to go through all the process. The time that it would take. So there's no telling really if they would have won. But for someone to sneak out a win while we're still trying, that's very, very rare. Yeah, I mean, I like this map theoretically, but it does have some issues. If we had been in Phlegra's position, you know, I would be jumping for joy. We would have gotten the win much faster than he did. But it is what it is. Because I mean, you can't tell me that my position is as balanced as Phlegra's position. You just can't make that argument. Now, you know, I guess I could have known that those thrones were there, but again, I would have had to have gone here right away, gone down here to here, and I'm in his cap circle. You'd have to win an immediate war against Phlegra. And that's just not happening. So any other plan of victory just takes a lot longer than it takes Phlegra. So it's just not balanced. But it is what it is. It's fine. As for Kartvelia, it seems pretty strong. The Kingsguard are a pretty ridiculously good unit. Not too many complaints about that. Yeah. Pretty solid stuff. The mage situation, I don't really like jumbled communions. But, I mean, if you do like jumbled communions, or you don't mind them, it's got a lot of potency here. The Sacreds, not anything super special, but, you know, they do have... Yeah, they're pretty decent, like, medium infantry. They have shields. 19 damage saber. And they get the shield bash. So a weapon blast, you know, does double dip here if you want to go that route. Yeah, they're not amazing. We didn't go with them. We would have gone with Rashi's. We never saw a single one. So, yeah. You know, it's fine. We definitely, yeah, we were very much planning around a long-term game, or a much longer-term game here. We would have gotten our globals up. We would have started cranking out air gems, getting all those Pegasi things, the Rashis. We would have theoretically taken Tianqi's capital, which would have been great. We could have taken this one, and then maybe Cloud Trapezed onto this one, which still hadn't been taken. And that would have been our 4, and hopefully not getting into any other wars. It looks like Earlier did very well for himself, despite me putting in supposedly 3 water nations. Who are the other 2 water nations? Oh, Lemuria, I suppose, is technically one, but even that's it. So, I don't know what happened here, but okay, that's it. I'm gonna order food. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. We'll see you fine folks next time.